There are TV deaths, and then there's the one that shattered us. This is the moment Meredith had to say goodbye to her McDreamy, and nothing was ever the same again. Derek Shepherd wasn't just another character. He was the dream, the love story that gave hope in a show full of heartbreak. When Derek died, it didn't just break Meredith, it broke us all. Watching her stand by his side, whispering her final goodbye, felt like losing a real person, like losing a piece of Grey's Anatomy itself. Today, we're diving deep into why this moment hit so hard, what it meant for Meredith's future, and why even after all these years, it still leaves us in tears. And if you love Grey's Anatomy as much as we do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a chance to relive the moments that changed everything. So grab a tissue, or 10, because we're not just revisiting a scene, we're revisiting a goodbye that changed Grey's Anatomy forever. For years, Meredith Grey and Derek Shepherd were the beating heart of Grey's Anatomy.
You say you're all dark and twisty. It's not a flaw. It's a strength. It makes you who you are. I'm not gonna get down on one knee. I'm not gonna ask a question. I love you, Meredith Grey. And I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
And I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
They survived every twist fate threw at them. Miscarriages, career battles, breakups.
This thing with us is finished. It's over.
Finally.
Yeah, it's done.
It is done.
And even near-death experiences in hospital shootings and plane crashes. But somehow they always found their way back to each other. They built a life filled with love, kids, and a dream house that Meredith once outlined in candles. It wasn't perfect, but it was real, messy, chaotic, and absolutely beautiful. Yet, right before the tragedy, cracks had started to form. Derek had accepted a prestigious brain mapping project in Washington, D.C., something that took him away from Seattle, away from Meredith, and away from the life they had built together. They tried to stay connected, but the distance, the tension, and the long hours took their toll. Phone calls became arguments. Promises were broken. Meredith began to wonder if Derek was slipping away from her. Even when he finally came back home, it was clear they still had healing to do.
Meredith.
I wish I could believe you.
You can. I'm here.
I know how this works. I was your resident once. Seems like you came home because you thought you were in trouble. Do you try to fit it back in?
I came home because we're in trouble. I came home to work on this, on us. I came home.
But just when it seemed like they had another chance to make it right, fate had other plans. One ordinary morning, Derek was driving along a rural road when he witnessed a terrible car crash right in front of him. Without hesitating, he pulled over and rushed to help, saving multiple lives with the calm, heroic instinct that made him McDreamy. But fate wasn't done. Just as Derek got back into his car, another speeding vehicle came out of nowhere and slammed into him. It was sudden, brutal, unfair. He was rushed to a small hospital, one that wasn't prepared for the level of trauma he had.
The girl with the guts and then that dude with the head injury.
When it rains, it pours.
Okay, it needs to pour somewhere else because we're not a trauma center. We're not properly equipped for this kind of thing. We don't have rooms. You guys know that.
Make room. What are we supposed to do with the guy? Look at him.
All right, fine. This isn't on me.
The doctors hesitated and made critical mistakes. And while Derek was still conscious inside his broken body, he couldn't move, couldn't speak, couldn't save himself. He knew what they were doing wrong. He knew he was dying, and there was nothing he could do.
His pressure's holding. Maybe we should get the scan.
Yes, listen to her.
Too risky. He could bottom out in the scanner. We need to open him up, find the source of the bleeding.
No, you don't. You have the time.
We have to work fast, people.
I'm stable. Guys, I'm stable. Take me to get the head CT.
Let's set up for an X-lap.
It's coming through.
I'm going to die because these people aren't properly trained.
When Meredith arrived, the weight of the moment was crushing. This was Derek. Her Derek. The man who promised her forever. And now, she had to be the one to let him go. There were no grand speeches, no last-minute miracles, just quiet heartbreak. Just Meredith, doing the hardest thing she had ever done, turning off the machines and saying goodbye to her soulmate. In that moment, it wasn't just Derek dying. It was the end of an era.
Ma'am, just wait.
If I just lay here, would you lie with me? Just forget the don't quite know
So what's your story?
I don't have a story. I'm just a girl in a bar.
Just a guy in a bar. Want to go again? I love you, Meredith Grey. And I want to spend the rest of my life with you. You're the love of my life. I can't leave you. You were like coming up for fresh air. It's like I was drowning and you saved me.
if I just
I'm in love with you. I've been in love with you forever.
just forget the word.
So,
We're told
goodbye.
before we get too old.
Derek.
Derek. Right, Meredith.
Meredith.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Bye, Derek.
Let's waste
The end of Meredith and Derek as we knew them. But Derek's death didn't just leave Meredith heartbroken in that moment, it reshaped her entire future. At first, she disappeared. She packed up her children, left her dream house behind, and vanished without telling anyone where she went. She needed space to grieve, to breathe, and to figure out who she was without Derek. When she returned to Seattle, she wasn't the same Meredith. She became tougher, more fearless, a surgeon who no longer second-guessed herself. Without Derek, she threw herself into her work and rose to become one of the greatest general surgeons of her generation.
Privilege and honor to award this year's Harper Avery for surgical innovation. This award is named for my dear friend who we lost this year, which makes this award ever more meaningful. Harper Avery was a very complicated man, but his love for medical innovation was pure, and that describes this year's winner. So, without further ado, the Harper Avery for surgical innovation goes to Dr. Meredith Grey.
Some deaths on TV shock you. This one stayed with us, like a scar. Could you even watch that scene without completely falling apart? Tell me in the comments. And bonus love if you still tear up just thinking about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because we have so many more Grey's Anatomy heartbreaks, triumphs, and unforgettable moments to relive together.